Hello everyone, welcome to Design Minds channel. Today I am going to explain what is required to create a website. Okay, so most of them know already what is required, but still there are people who doesn't know the basic idea. So in this video it will be helpful for them to understand what is required to create a website. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so basically when we need a website, we need a domain name, we need a hosting, and we need a designer or a developer. And the basic other question is there any maintenance charges for the website? Also people have some questions like can I modify the website after the completion? Also do I need a bank account, and what is SEO? So based on the primary questions, I have sorted out and explaining what is domain and what is hosting and what is the designer and developer can do, and is there any maintenance charges, and if any small business required bank account, or they can modify a website after completion, and yes, finally what is SEO. Okay, so let me explain one by one, which will be helpful for you to understand what is required. Okay, first thing is, what is domain name? A domain name is your website name. A domain name is the address where internet users can access your website. It is like a unique name, like your address, house address in your region. So whenever someone is typing in the website, in the web portal, they use your business name as a domain name. For example, in this case, I'm showing that designminds.com is the unique name. So in the entire world, whoever is typing the designminds.com, this domain name, it will show only my business details and everything. So this is something called a domain name, which is the unique name to identify your business for the website portal. Okay, so this domain can be registered with many vendors, but the popular vendor is the service provider is the GoDaddy and Ionis. So I'll show you what the GoDaddy is. This is the GoDaddy website. Based on the region, it will be changed automatically, and the Ionis is another service provider which you can register your domain, also your hosting. Okay, to find a domain name and all other detail, I'll explain in the separate video. Okay, how to find the domain name and how to register the hosting. Alright, so now let's go back to the slide. Okay, what is hosting? When a hosting provider allocated a space on a web server for a website to store its files, they are hosting a website. Alright, this is nothing but whenever the website has been created, there are some elements like images, content, and all other information has to save somewhere in the server, which can be accessed by the entire world. So that spacing allotted for the respective website is something called a hosting. Okay, so all your content and all your business information and other designs and images and everything is being stored in the server, which is something called hosting. Okay, and this hosting also can be registered in the GoDaddy or the Ionis. Okay, so you can register a domain in GoDaddy and register a hosting in Ionis. So you can do it in a different way, or you can register both in the same service provider. So it will be available for both service providers. So you can do whichever you preferred. Okay, I'll explain in my next video very detail how to register a hosting and a domain. Okay, the next one is, what is designer responsibility? A designer is the one who is creating your first look of your website as a static image before implementing into the web. Okay, so there will be a two-person involving whenever the website has been created initially. One is the designer, another one is the developer. So designer is usually creating the static website to look based on the client requirement. When I say client, it's you. Okay, so based on your input, the designer will create an image like placing the logo in the top left and the contact us on the right and the banners and all other information. Okay, the reason the designer is creating as a static image is because just to approve the final designs and avoid double the work in the developer when it goes to the developer pool, because design is a little easier than developing a website, because developer has to create and convert the image into the web oriented platform as a HTML or many other languages that is available in the internet. Okay, so developer is creating based on the approved design by placing the respective logo into the respective place, and the all other design follow exactly, and the developer also is creating the website which is responsive and compatible to access in all the devices. When I say all the devices, the website can be accessed in the laptop and the mobile and the tab and the notepad. In every device, the website will be showing perfectly without overlapping or cutting off the text. So that is the developer responsibility, which will take so much amount of time to set it up. That is the reason the designer has to finalize the design to avoid the double work for the developers. Okay, so now you will get an idea of what is developer responsibility. So developer is the one who is creating the website completely by compatible for all the devices based on the design approved by the client. Okay, nowadays the designer and developer is can be playing the same role, like designer also create a design and develop the site also. Even the developer can design the site and develop the site also. Sometime if it is very simple website, a developer directly creating a website instead of the designs. Okay, so that is also another possibilities. Also there are some predefined template designs available in the marketplace, which the developer directly can purchase and set it up using your company logo and information and everything. Okay, so which I will explain in my next video in very detail, where you can purchase the predefined templates and everything, and you can provide it to the developer, so which developer can easily finish the website within the time frame. All right, so the next one is there any maintenance charges for website? Absolutely yes. To maintain your website up and running, you might have to renew the domain and hosting service every year. Okay, so what do you mean by domain and hosting renewal? Domain, remember I mentioned the domain name is a unique name, so you have to renew the domain name every year from the vendor whoever you purchased, like GoDaddy or Ionis. Okay, and even the hosting also you have to renew the package to save your content and images and files for the website to show for the entire world. Failure to do so, you will lose your domain, hosting, and end up creating everything fresh by spending money again. So you have to renew every year for the domain and hosting, otherwise you will lose the domain name, also you will lose the hosting, and designer and developer have to create the website from the scratch again. Of course you have to pay double the time again. Okay, the next one is, can I modify my website after completion? Yes, you can modify your website any number of times as you like, and there is no restrictions. It depends the developer and the designer that you're working with. So you have to check with them how many revisions they can do for you. Okay, some developer may charge once the website is completed based on the first impression ideas. After a month or after a week, if you request for any changes, some developer will do it for free, and some developer will request you for payment to do the changes. If it is a minor changes, most of the developer will do the changes at the free of cost. If it is a major changes which is impacting the complete website, they might charge the fees to do the changes. All right. And yes, do I need a bank account? Okay, if you are going to sell a product and services online to the customer, you definitely require a bank account to collect the payment and directly store in your bank. Okay, so you definitely require. So if you don't selling anything like a product or services and you're trying to just explain about your business and going to handle all the payment and services directly by cash or directly communicating through the email and getting the money into a bank account, you don't require a bank account. It depends the business model that you're going to set up. Okay, so if you're selling in website, you definitely need a bank account. All right. Okay, the next I think the last one is, what is SEO? Do you need one? So it's SEO is the very big concept to explain. I'm going to give you a rough idea. So what is SEO? SEO stands for search engine optimization. It helps your website to seen by more people around the world, which will help you to grow your business. So what way they can see your business online? So having an excellent content in your website and Facebook page and Google advertisement and other social media setup is called a part of the SEO process. So whenever your website developed with the excellent content, when I say content, the content searched by most of the people in the web. So you have to go find those contents and prepare the content using those keywords. Okay, and boost your website. So it is something called the SEO concepts. Okay, so it's in my next video I'll explain very detailed what are all the part that has to be done in the SEO. All right, so that is all. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the video, please subscribe and share and like my channel, and wait for more videos which I'm going to explain about the website and how to create a free website, okay, without paying anything. All right, thank you again for watching my video. Good day.